welcome to a top 10. I am Randall Ross, and today, with 2021 drawing to an end, I thought it's time to give my top 10 favourite horror movies of this year a ranking. So it's all my personal opinion. None of you have to agree with it. If you have your own opinion, then do let me know down in the comments below. Before I get started, I'll just give out a few honourable mentions to Antlers and Psycho Goreman, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So here we go, my top 10 horror movies of this year. So coming in at number 10, it is the Forever Purge, the 5th installment in the Purge franchise. You think by now they'd have been, you think, what can they do with this? Bring a night where crime's legal for a night. But I like what they did with this one. It actually takes place during the daylight as well, because it's like after the Purge is reinstated by the NFFA, a new group decide to continue purging, and America just breaks into chaos, and basically it's out of the government's control. The Purge continues, the Forever Purge. Will there be a 6th movie? I don't know, but I also don't know what more they could do with this series. I'll be impressed if they can find another way to handle it. But yeah, number 10, the Forever Purge. And number 9 is Willys Wonderland. Now again, I think this was another script for a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, but got reworked into this. And Nicolas Cage, he's the lead in this one, and he doesn't even say a word in this. I thought Nicolas Cage must have looked at the script and thought, yeah, easy money. And he didn't really need to talk. He was just badass, fighting all these animatronic, creatures that were possessed by serial killers that own the restaurant, Willys Wonderland. And yeah, there was some wittiness in there. There were some cliches in there. But I thought it was enjoyable. I thought maybe they could make like an anthology series of this, where Nicolas Cage's character, who is quiet, just goes to another town and deals with another horror crisis on there. Let me know. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? I want to do a pitching it episode of that. At number 8, it is Old, M. Night Shyamalan's latest movie, where, two families go on a holiday, and then the resort manager recommends a secluded beach to them, and we discover that so they're on this beach, and all of a sudden everyone starts to rapidly age. They first notice it in the kids, and yeah, with it being an M. Night Shyamalan film, that there's a twist on there, and there is a twist. Kind of brings me back to the film The Happening, where it was all nature and stuff. But Old, it was a good one from Shyamalan. Definitely not his worst films. And at number 7 is the Fear Street Trilogy. Now I could have done this as separate films, but I thought, we got, for 3 weeks, we got 3 movies, a movie each week from Fear Street, based on the works from the book series from R.L. Stine, aimed at older kids, teenagers. It started with 1994, then 1978, then 1666. And it was like a slasher film series, a witching series, and basically all 3 movies are just one big continuous film, and I really enjoyed this one. It was a fun series, and some good kills in there, some good horror elements, and yeah, works of R.L. Stine that I was not familiar with but knew of, and I liked it. So yeah, I'm putting the Fear Street Trilogy, I'm counting it all into one here. At number 6, it is The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, the latest installment in the Conjuring universe and the 3rd film in the Conjuring franchise. This basically follows the whole Devil Made Me Do It case, where Ed and Lorraine Warren try and prove a lad's innocence by claiming he was possessed. And this drops around the week of my birthday, and I thought this was a nice birthday present to get. I watched it on well, we don't get HBO Max in the UK, but I managed to stream it, and yeah, I very much enjoyed that one. So yeah, didn't have James Wan's touch. Well, it had him as producer and that, but didn't have him directing. But yeah, it did good. It did good enough for me. At number 5, it is. Did I say James Gunn then, or James Wan? Well, I meant James Wan anyway, even if I did say a mistake. Anyway, number 5. Speaking of James Wan, it is Malignant. Now, this I thought was a bit of a slow build, and not much was going on. I was thinking, what's this girl's connection with this crazed killer Gabriel? And let's just say, by the third act, there was a huge twist that revealed it. And even at the beginning of the movie, it was like, it was already, the clues and everything was staring you in the face. Upon second observation, there's a lot of clues you missed, that I definitely missed anyway. And in that big twist, I thought, wow, now it's getting interesting. So, yeah, it went from like that, but then all the way back up to there. It was a good one. I very much enjoyed that one, Malignant. At number 4, it is Candyman. So this serves as a spiritual sequel to the original 1992 film, done by Jordan Peele's production company, Monkey Paw, and this had like a black female director. And this won a lot of awards, and I gotta say, well done for it. It was a great one, and I like the whole thing they did with the Candyman mythology, how they changed things up, and how it definitely. In fact, I consider it a long-awaited sequel to the original. It took like 29 years. This was originally meant to be released last year, but due to the pandemic got delayed, but it was so worth the wait, and I enjoyed that final shot where we see at the end. Yeah, you know what I mean if you've seen it. And had a great cast, including that, I can't pronounce the guy's name, but he was Black Manta in Aquaman, from WandaVision, and that other guy from Fear the Walking Dead. Just great. And also a cameo from an original cast member as well, who looks so well for her age. Okay, so number 3, it is Last Night in Soho, Edgar Wright's psychological fantasy horror drama, which follows a girl who goes to a fashion school, and when staying at this, lodgings at this house, she gets, visions of a young woman in 1960s London, Soho, and she believes a murder occurred, and there's a whole big mystery behind it and a whole big twist, and it was a good one, and I enjoyed that one. Had a great soundtrack too of 60s hits. And we got that girl from Old. We got the late Diana Rigg, like her final film. It was actually tributed to her. We got the 11th Doctor himself, Matt Smith, Anya Taylor-Joy, and Terence Stamp. And yeah, good one from Edgar Wright. At number 2, it is Army of the Dead, the latest one with Zack Snyder. I always thought, what if this is like a prequel to his 2004 Dawn of the Dead? We do this, however, did get a prequel later on in the year, Army of Thieves, but this one, it was 2.5 hours long, which I thought was a bit of a stretch, but it had good action and good zombie scenarios to keep me occupied, and I enjoyed watching it. It was fun, it was actiony, it had zombies, it had Las Vegas, it had Batista. Yeah. Zack Snyder really made a comeback this year, with his take on Justice League as well. And this, Army of the Dead dropped on Netflix, and it was a great one. It even had a zombie tiger. So there you go. Army of the Dead. Oh, and another quick honourable mention before my number 1 pick. Resident Evil Raccoon City. That was an okay one. And my number 1 pick, does it need saying? When it got delayed a year because of the pandemic, I was absolutely gutted. But this year, we got to see it. And I'm so hyped for the next installment which comes out in 2022, and we'll see it all end. Yeah, my number one pick, Halloween Kills. Taking off directly on the same night of the 2018 film, with the return of many old characters, including the kids from the original movie. The guy who played Tommy Doyle wasn't the original actor, but we got Lindsay Wallace, who was played by the original woman, and the nurse. Yeah, we got a cameo from Nick Castle that I believe was cut from the final film, but you'll be able to see it on DVD extended stuff. But James Duchovny as Michael Myers, my god. You know, the kills in this were super brutal. I mean, Laurie and Michael didn't share a screen time or any scenes in this one, but I bet they're prepping it up for Halloween Ends. And whatever will happen in that, I don't know. But in this, Michael is back, he's pissed, he's badass, and he is out for blood. And it is my favourite horror movie of this year. So yeah, we got many more to come in 2022. And I reckon Halloween Ends is definitely one of my most anticipated horrors of 2022. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this one. What are your top 10 horror movies of this year? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All of my social media links are linked down below in the description, so be sure to check all that out. I've been Random Ross, and this has been my top 10 horror movies of 2021. If you want to know what my top 10 movies of this year were, well, you can go onto my main channel, Random TV, and find that out with that top 10. So yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. Small click for you, but means a lot to me. But you know, your choice, your doing. Anyhow, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my videos of this year, so hope everyone's had a great Christmas and is still having a good Christmas, and I want to wish you all a very happy new year and all the best for 2022. So yeah, until next time, don't have nightmares.